They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, I would agree with that. Um, Recently, I had a brother send me a picture. I'll show it. This news article. There was some kind of a baseball game thing, charity fundraising type of deal. Look at the guy who's leading the prayer. It's like, okay, he's got this baseball uniform, says Jesuit on the front. It's just like, sure, why not? Yeah. Jesuit leading the prayer at a baseball game. Sure. But so I was like, I wonder what school has this baseball uniform that says Jesuit. And so I was checking around online and things. There's a bunch of different Jesuit colleges and high schools and things, and they have baseball shirts, the Jesuits and things. And I found this one, and I thought, okay, I got to save that one. I got to share it with the brethren for a good laugh. Here it is. Check this out. Jesuit demons. Yeah. How about that one? I thought that was pretty intriguing, So I like that one. That's, Lord kind of worked that one out there, I think. Had somebody snap a picture of that one. But, just I've seen, again, there are new viewers that come along and they say, what's the Jesuits? What's that whole thing about? Just to give you another little thing here. Let's see, where's the book at? Right here. You want a really good book, probably the best book in print, I would say, on the Jesuit order is this one right here. Secret History of the Jesuits by Edmund Paris. Okay? The Jesuits were intimately involved in the Nazi regime. Hitler actually talked about patterning a lot of the SS after the Jesuit order. The Jesuits were founded in, I think it was 1540, by a man Ignatius or Ignatius, there's different ways you can say it. Ignatius de Loyola. He was from Spain, Spanish royalty. He was in a war, and he got hit in the leg with a cannonball. So he went from being a soldier to basically, going through these mystical experiences and things, and became like this, essentially like a monastic monk or something, and had all these things happening to his brain, crazy in the head. And he came up with this idea because the Reformation was very strong at that time, and he came up with an idea for a counter-Reformation to bring all people back to Roman Catholicism. And this is their admitted history, by the way. They wouldn't say he was crazy. Of course, they would say he was receiving visions from God or something. But the counter-Reformation is a known part of history. The Jesuits are all about bringing everybody, all governments, subjugating them and bringing them back under Roman authority. That's what the Jesuits are about, and they are demons. The spiritual exercises, I've read it. It's mind control. It's some really, really messed up stuff. The current Pope, Pope Francis, is a Jesuit. If you're new to all this, they have the white Pope, the Pope Francis, and then they have the head of the Jesuit order is known as the Black Pope. Of course, he tries to drop that title now and things. The newest Black Pope. But they take oaths and things of allegiance to the Jesuit order, and they'll put them into all sorts of different things. There's Jesuit-trained movie actors. The President of the United States right now, Donald Trump, is Jesuit-trained. There's just Jesuits. And they're all trained to basically be, to infiltrate different organizations and systems and basically destroy things to destroy people's morals, because morally corrupt people are a lot easier to control than those that have strong morals. Bible-believing Christians are very hard to control as a people. So you destroy the morality of nations and things, you destroy them economically, you destroy their health, you destroy everything, and then you can control them much easier. And that's what the Jesuits are all about. There have been so many assassinations down through the centuries. From the Jesuits, again, admitted history, the gunpowder plot with the members of Parliament, with King James. They tried to, Guy Fawkes Day, if you've ever heard of that. Guy Fawkes was Jesuit trained, and he was going to go in there and assassinate, the king and the members of Parliament to stop the translation of our King James Bible. Facts. These are facts, historical facts. And the Jesuits they're a very, very wicked organization. And definitely they're the ones that control things. Don't fall for this nonsense that the Jews are somehow in control of the whole world and the Jews are the powerful ones. the Jews are in subjection. There are powerful Jews, but they are all in subjection to the Jesuit order. Every single last one of them. So that's going to be it for this little video. I just thought I'd share a little funny thing there, and some advice for you if you are newly saved and you've not heard of the Jesuits. There's a real good Jack Chick comic. Let me see if I can grab this thing here quick. Another great way to learn about the Jesuits. Here you have one, the Crusader comic series. You have the one on how the Bible is being changed. Okay, right there, sabotage. Here's the one on Islam, how Catholicism created Islam. Okay, that's Alberto, part 6. Alberto Rivera was a Jesuit priest that actually came out of the Jesuit system, and helped to expose a lot of what they did. Angel of light, talking about the devil. He appears as an angel of light. 2 Corinthians chapter 11. Spellbound, about the occult, music thing, industry, Johnny Todd stuff here. Very good. Alberto, the story of Alberto Rivera as a young boy. These are all available from chick.com, and I recommend them simply because they have just such good information in them. Alberto part 2, called Double Cross. Very, very good. Alberto part 3. This really gets into a lot of what the Jesuits have done and what they are doing. The different popes. Alberto part 4. There you go. The Force. Force is an occult name for Satan, another way that they say Satan. Interesting with the Star Wars thing, may the Force be with you, yeah. 4 horsemen there. Get a couple of copies of the Muhammad's Believe It or Else by Abdullah Aziz. Pretty funny. Showing a lot of the really weird things about Muhammad and Islam. Let's see here. I thought I had one of those. Yeah, there it is. And this one here is on the whole Society of the Jesuits. And the reason he brings these out as comic books is because it's just an easy to read, quick reading type of a thing where you can learn a lot about the Jesuit order. And he offers the quotations and stuff. It is footnoted and gives you historical documents to back it up and things, just in case you want to know about that stuff. But there's plenty of things out there. Eric John Phelps's Vatican Assassins, I think it's over that way, so I can't show it, but there's a lot of information on the Jesuits is the whole thing. So just wanted to say that because I did see somebody in the comments recently said about who are the Jesuits. Well, and some people don't know about the Jesuits. They're a very deadly organization, and of course they're going to burn in hell just like any other sinner. I understand that. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. I get that, but as Christians we have to stand up against them and speak out against them. So look out for Jesuit demons at the baseball field. I had another brother write me, and he showed me this thing of the owner of the Dallas Cowboys football team. He's going to be inducted into the Football Hall of Fame, and he's like over at the Vatican, hanging out with the Pope and things, and giving him a jersey and football jersey and all this stuff. I mean, when you start to study Roman Catholicism and you start to look at what all Catholics are involved in and things like this, you realize how massive the system is. It is Mystery Babylon. I mean, it's just like the videos I did exposing it prove it conclusively. I mean, there's just no argument. But then when you actually study the truth, you realize this person's a Catholic. You look at all these key people, Catholic, 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 Catholic. And by the way, anytime you see an S.J. behind some Catholic priest's name, that means Society of Jesus. You're dealing with a Jesuit. So just wanted to say that. Just bring that out. So that is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching.